All right, my friends. So please listen up in this video. Try to pay attention to this because this is the most amazing connection I've made to Joe Biden in the 17th of November. And again, I stumbled across all this on accident in a way, but I just want to connect a couple of things here. I told you guys in the last videos that on the date of the 17th, when I think something might happen with Joe Biden, I told you that the Green Bay Packers and the Tennessee Titans are playing in Green Bay. And I made a lot of connections with Green Bay. But in this video, I want to start by making a connection with the Titanic or the Tennessee Titans who play that very night. I also want to point out the connection with Abraham Lincoln, who was also, you know what, I'm not going to say the word, and Robert F. Kennedy, who was also, you know what, and his brother, who you also know was, you know what. And notice, first of all, guys, that Robert F. Kennedy was born on Joe Biden's birthday. I mean, not the same day, but he was born on the same day in the year, November 20th. Okay, so that's your first connection. But then you got this guy named Cooper Robert Rush, okay? Notice the Robert, just like Robert Kennedy. Well, notice when Cooper Robert Rush is born. He's born one day after November 20th, which is the same birthday that Biden and Robert Kennedy share. Okay? Notice that Cooper Robert Rush's weight is 216, and he's from Michigan. And I'm going to show you how this all ties to the 17th. But the first thing you need to know here is that the Titanic sank on the same day in history that Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, okay? April 15th, okay? 216 days after April 15th is November 17th, which is the day I'm saying, okay? So what's the chances, guys? Wait till you see all these 216 connections. Remember, guys, 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. And on November 17th, Biden will be 666 days into his presidency. And so just remember, guys, that the Titanic sank on the same day in history that Abraham Lincoln was killed, okay? April 15th. And remember, guys, the Titans are playing on the 17th. So you have this riddle with Abraham Lincoln and the Titanic both happening on the same day, and this day in November 17th is 216 days after this day, April 15th. And you have this riddle with Robert F. Kennedy and Cooper Robert Rush, where Robert F. Kennedy was born the same day in history that Biden was born, November 20th, and Cooper Rush has a birthday just one day after Biden and Robert F. Kennedy. Okay? And notice that Cooper Robert Rush plays for the Dallas Cowboys. Well, what happened to Robert F. Kennedy's brother in Dallas in 1963? Remember? And it's just a coincidence, guys, right, that Cooper Robert Rush shares the Robert with Robert F. Kennedy, okay? And Biden and Robert Kennedy are born the same day, and Cooper Robert Rush is born just one day after. And he plays for the Dallas Cowboys, where Robert F. Kennedy's brother was killed. And this weight here is important, guys. He's 216 pounds, and just wait till you see this. Okay, I also want you to remember that Cooper Robert Rush is from Michigan. I'm going to show you how that ties into the 17th this year. So the first thing you guys need to know is that I mentioned that on Thursday, on the day of the 17th, the Packers are playing the Titans. Well, guess what just happened last weekend on this past Sunday? Well, the Cowboys, who Cooper Robert Rush plays for, okay, played the Packers. So right before the Titan game, the Packers play the Dallas Cowboys, who are connected to Cooper Rush and Robert F. Kennedy and John F. Kennedy, who's tied to Dallas, right, because that's where John F. Kennedy died. Now, Cooper Rush didn't play in this game. As you see here, Dallas Cowboys told they cannot trust Dak Prescott, because what happened was the normal starter for the season is their quarterback, Dak Prescott. But Dak Prescott was hurt earlier in the year, and Cooper Rush filled in for him, and he did quite well. And so now that they lost, there's this controversy that they're going to replace Dak Prescott with Cooper Rush permanently. Just notice the words they use in this headline, guys. I want to show you how rigged this is. It says they cannot trust, okay? First, I want to focus on that phrase. So, the phrase says that Dallas cannot trust Dak Prescott, but they have the cannot trust in quotations, which means you need to decode it. All right? So, what does cannot trust equal? It equals 165, okay? And what's interesting about this number is it's 165 days, as you can see here, after the day that Robert F. Kennedy was assassinated. Do you see? So Robert F. Kennedy has the same birthday as Biden, and he's tied to this Cooper Rush thing because Cooper Rush is born one day after him, and his brother was shot in the same town that the city he plays for, Cooper Rush. And from the assassination of the day that he was assassinated, June 6th, right here, guys, June 6th to November 17th is 165 days. And the quote in quotations is cannot trust, which equals 165. Okay? And here's where it gets crazy, guys. So I just showed you that Abraham Lincoln and the Titanic were both happened on the same day. Both unfortunate events. April 15th. If you go, remember I told you Cooper Rush's birthday is his weight is 216, guys. Come on, what's the chances of that? Just wait till you see his name. His weight's 216. 216 days after the Titanic sank and Lincoln was assassinated is 216 days after that is November 17th again. And in that article, I told you that they had a Cooper Rush decision looming. So I typed in the phrase Cooper Rush decision, and it equals 216, like his weight, 216. And just look at this, guys. So let me zoom in so you guys can see just the sheer mockery of this. So notice that Robert F. Kennedy equals 216. Okay? Notice that Cooper Robert Rush equals 216 in two ciphers. Two. Okay? Notice that this game that I'm decoding, the Packers and the Cowboys, notice that Cowboys versus Packers equals 216 in two ciphers. All right? What are the chances? Also, on the day of the 17th, there's a hockey game happening between the Red Wings and the San Jose Sharks. Okay? But Red Wings are connected to Cooper Rush because the Red Wings are from Michigan and Cooper Rush is from Michigan. And on the day of the 17th, the Sharks and Red Wings are playing, and they equal 216 in two ciphers. And not only that, guys, Tennessee Titans, the game that's happening that night also, against the Green Bay Packers, who the Cowboys just beat, or the Packers just beat the Cowboys that caused this Cooper Rush decision. And now you have them playing the Titans, who also equal 216. And for the kicker, guys, is Joseph Biden Jr. equals 216. So I don't know if that made sense, but to me it makes perfect sense. This is a huge riddle between this Dallas thing because of John F. Kennedy and his brother Robert Kennedy and the other president that was assassinated tied to the Titanic and how the Titans are playing on that day. You know what I mean, guys? If you guys don't understand, go back and watch this video. I don't want to make it too long. But remember, it's all about this 216, and it was a huge number last week in the NFL games. Remember, the Buccaneers went to Germany and played the Seahawks, and the final score of the game was 21-16, kind of like 216. Do you see what I'm saying? And there was a bunch of other 216s happening, but I just wanted to make this video and show these very clear connections. I mean, if it doesn't happen tomorrow, I'll be honestly shocked, but it probably won't, but I don't know, guys, like, it's just crazy how this riddle is completely tied together with this 216. What's the chances that his weight is 216 and his name equals 216 in two ciphers? Look, Cooper Robert Rush, 216 and 216 in both forward and backwards. Same thing with Packers Cowboys, okay? Same thing with Red Wings and Sharks, which is the game being played, hockey game being played on the 17th. Same thing with the Tennessee Titans, who also play on the 17th. And same thing with Robert F. Kennedy and Joseph R. Biden Jr. And remember, guys, Joseph Biden Jr. has the same birthday as Robert F. Kennedy. Okay? okay? And Cooper Robert Rush is just 1 day after them, okay? So anyways, guys, yeah, and remember, Lincoln and the Titanic sunk 216 days before the 17th. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys understood all that. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.